All right, so here we go. A second dev server has finally opened, and with it comes a very few new introductions. Unfortunately, not really enough to warrant a very long video, not like the last time. Now, as always, I'm gonna give you guys these disclaimers. Everything I will be talking about in this video has to be taken with a giant grain of salt. This is the dev server. Things are subject to change as always, but let's be real here. Every single time a new update drops, things are broken. So a lot of the broken dev features might make it into the main game for at least the first couple of days. Now, hopefully it's not that bad, but what I am expecting is audio to be completely broken because there's lots of new changes, lots of new engine sounds, and just don't get me wrong, Gaijin, you guys are awesome for the new stuff, but just stop with the audio updates. Just leave it like that for a little while. Cool, awesome, but they won't listen to me. And also, there are new features to which I will not be talking about. There are drop tanks for existing aircraft. There are some updates to already existing vehicles, new engine sounds as mentioned already. I won't be going into detail about those, unfortunately. If you want to see or read more of the information about this dev server and the previous one, I will have a link showing this right here, which gives you all the details to everything being introduced. It was posted up just a couple of hours ago, so if you want to check that out, I'll have that right there for you. So with all that being said, let's begin with, we'll talk about the M1 KVT just for a little bit. Now, the reason I'm starting with the M1 KVT is because many of you, and I mean hundreds of you guys, have been asking me whether or not it's going to be a good purchase. I can't say yes, I cannot say no, simply because it comes down to your experience, your level of experience, excuse me, as a player here in War Thunder. Now, this is essentially an M1 Abrams. That's it. The same one in the tech tree, M774, same armor, same everything, just premium status, which is a good thing to some, a bad to most, I would say, because they want to see something new. But in truth, I like the tried and true-ness, I guess, of the M1 as it currently stands. So if you guys want to get it, by all means, use my discount link down below in the description. Cool, awesome, which by the way, I'm sorry, there's lots of new premium vehicles, and one of them is very unusually French. I'll say that. So I went ahead and skipped over the rest of USA, Germany, and the Russians and went right over to the British. Now they are getting a new premium vehicle, which is probably going to be a Golden Eagle one at that. The Yanta?
Vijayanta.
Yeah, I don't even know. In truth, I would have preferred to have the T90, but for some reason that caused a giant uproar in the community, especially the Russian-speaking community. Is like, why is Britain getting a better T90 and this and that? And just, it was really bad. Gaijin, I think, is not going to bring those in anymore, although at some point we're likely to see it. But Gaijin has replaced it with, I guess, this. What makes this so different compared to the Vickers Mark 1? It has a heat round. That's it. That's all I could find. Probably a better, same engine actually. Yeah, same weights, same reload rate. It has a smoke launcher or something. It has another machine gun. I think it has another machine gun. That's it. Yeah. Okay, it's a premium 8.0. Think of it like the Term 3 or something, right? It just has heat. That's it. Cool, awesome. Let's go over to the next one, which is the French. Yeah, we're skipping so much. I don't normally do this in my videos, but I'm going to, of course, with the dev server, and that is cover a little bit of naval. Their naval tech tree is getting more fleshed out. Their blue water fleet is getting really fleshed out with some BBs. We have some destroyers, cruisers, etc. I won't go too far into detail about that, as naval is not my my area of expertise, okay? But battleships are always fun. I'd love to play them, although I can't ever get into many games with them. I mean, I sit in 20-minute queue times at times just waiting to play my Scharnhorst or something. Yeah, unless I'm playing an arcade, which isn't super enjoyable for me. We are still, of course, sitting in a long queue time. This looks weird. I love the way the guns look. Man, imagine if the French naval or the French fleet actually took a good part in, you know, the defense of France during World War II. That would have been interesting. Yeah, a couple of destroyers. That's really it. But here's the interesting thing I'll get to in a second, right? Here's the PBY 5A late. It's another PBY. Cool, beautiful, right? What's the ordnance on it? 100-pound bombs, couple of torpedoes, 1,000-pound bombs. What is this? Aircraft laid magnetic mine. Oh, these are mines. I'm sorry. I completely forgot the mines were introduced in the naval. See, that's how much I don't know about. Okay. I know Odd did a whole video about it, dropping it on tanks for a little while, and it was absolutely hilarious to see that. So good on you, dude. I think that got 1 million views too. That's awesome. But here is the more very French interesting vehicle, right? The VBCI-2 or the MCT-30. In truth, I saw this. I saw a little bit of the wiki page for it. That made sense. And the data mines, and I didn't really think too much of it outside of the fact that it's another IFV, right? I'm excited for it. Yeah, crap armor, aluminum armor, 50 cal, 20 millimeter. Oh, 50 cal might kill you. 25 millimeter, 20 millimeter, anything above that is going to tear you a brand spanking new one. Absolutely. And you have a giant tall vehicle, 600 horsepower, 100 kilometers an hour. It's a premium, unfortunately, probably a good thing, maybe a bad thing. But here is the very French thing. And trust me when I say this, it's very French. No stabilizer. I have no idea why. I didn't read anywhere, or I haven't read anywhere that it doesn't have one, but no stabilizer is a big yikes, in my opinion. Gen 2 thermal sights that I've seen, it does have, of course, APFSDS, the same I think you would find with like the Puma for the most part. Not the exact same one, I think, but actually, if I go look at that really quick, is it the exact same one? It's pretty much, it's worse off, slightly. Not terrible. It's not great, but that lack of stabilizer at 9.0 is going to be a huge yikes. Will they give it to this vehicle? I have no idea. Top mounted 50 cal commander sight doesn't quite work right now, so I'm not really going to focus on that too much. But this is a premium vehicle after all. Can it go in reverse? It actually can. Not as French though. Sorry, I know my jokes. You guys, I get the comments. Sometimes you guys hate it, but I had to do it. Okay. And the last one being Israel. You get another Magash. That's right. We're getting 2 new Magashes this update. Oh boy. But this time you get a squadron vehicle Magash. Just, yeah. Oh boy. I'm not excited for this. Another one. Don't get me wrong. I get it, right? Israel has a lot of them, but man, guys, I love the fact you're fleshing out the tree. I really respect it. Holy crap though. Another Magash. What's so different about this one and say this 6B? Well, you get thermal sights Gen 1. You get, of course, stabilized gun platform. You also get the M426, which is basically DM63 to make things sound more familiar. I'm pretty sure this is the original one, and DM63-105 is the exported version of this. I've been told that, but don't quote me on it, please. You get a laser warning system paired with a laser rangefinder, which is very nice. And that's it. That's all I can really tell. How are the optics on this thing? 6 to 12 ain't terrible. It's actually pretty good for the most part. Commander sight sucks. I would not recommend using them ever for the most part. I think you also get a smoke launcher right here on the side. I don't think the original 6B gets that. Let me double check that. No, it does get it. Sorry, I just don't notice it for the most part. So yes, we get another squadron Magash. Cool. I guess let's go to the closing point, shall we? And so there it is. That's all we're getting for today's dev server. Now, I think Gaijin is going to sneak in some last minute vehicle into the major update. They did it with the 2S38. I think they did it with a couple of Swedish and Russian vehicles for the most part. So keep an eye out for that. It really wouldn't shock me. And yes, I am showing the F-14B because I am super excited for this thing. I really am. First tech tree laser guided systems, I think is the first one. I forget. Okay, but regardless, top tier, amazing performing aircraft, GBUs, AIM 54Cs, I believe the new ones, 9Ls. Just, I'm excited for this. I really am. But I did want to go ahead and cover some of the new content or the new features for existing content, such as the fact that, well, I won't call this a feature, but the PT-76 for China is getting removed. That's right. If you own it or if you're grinding for it, you can still keep it. But if you don't have it, now is the time to get it, because after 2 weeks from the major updates release, they're going to take it away from the general for research, with the Object 211 replacing that vehicle, which is very interesting, right? We're losing the PT-76 and we're getting basically a slightly better one or a newer one. That's gonna be interesting, kind of like the whole situation with the Mouse, the Panther 2, etc. And the BTR-80 also got a buff. Yeah, it's moved up to 7.0, which is very nice because it got APDS. Guys, I'm glad. Okay, this thing at 5.7 would have been a mistake. I think, you know, giving APDS does make a lot of sense. Moving it up that high up in BR Yes, I absolutely respect it. Does it get a stabilizer? It does not, which is completely fine. Oh, and one more thing before we go ahead and get to, well, the final bits. Do you know that the Bravi, which is, well, this vessel right here, I think I'm saying it right. This missile has a 50-meter trigger radius. Oh, here we go. 50 meters. Holy crap. Well, this is a gigantic missile, so it kind of makes sense. But I just found this out. That's going to be, interesting. Why do the Russians always get the really cool stuff? I mean, they're not really known for their navy at all, but okay, maybe I just don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this coming update, this dev server. Tell me some of the new features you are looking forward to. Maybe some of the new crew voices. Maybe some of the new fire and forget missiles down here in ground forces, of course, with the Spike ER2s. I think it's the ER2s again. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And while you're swinging on down there, don't forget to check out my links over to my live streams on Twitch, my 3% discount. You guys know the whole spiel. Oh, by the way, if you do buy anything in the War Thunder store, don't forget to use that code. It supports me as a creator. You know the whole gist of it, but man, I'm excited for this. I'm sorry. I really, really am. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything. I will see you not only in the next video or even the streams, but definitely in the next update when it drops, maybe next week. We'll see. I'll see you next time.